Hi guys, it's your girl Xee and Cyn, and we're back with another one today. And today we're checking out Fred Dibnah Ladder in a Chimney Part 1. Now, Cyn has never seen Fred before. She knows nothing about Fred. So this is going to be a very interesting video indeed. So let's get into this video. So here we go, right about now.
Well, basically, this is sort of a packing that keeps the ladder off the wall of the chimney, so there's room for your boots that go through, you know, on the rungs of the ladder. There's two schools of thought in this. One that, tying them on with string is time-consuming and all that, which it is. But the thing is, when it's being pulled up the side of the chimney, by my mate here, it bangs against something, it only busts the string, you know. Like the other school of thought is have a metal construction that's bolted to the ladder, which when that hits an iron band or something like that, it busts the bloody ladder, you see. String is cheaper than brand new ladders. So, but it does take a bit of time for tie them all on. Yeah, that's the only problem. Right. Now it's got to be just underneath the third rung, so there's room for your boots. So if you tie it on there, it's amazing how it gets in way. It's in the wrong shop because there's no room for your feet. Yeah, basically that piece of wood is just to put there to hold the ladder off the wall. Here we are drilling the first hole in which there is an hole actually there that's just been pointed up to knock in the first dog.
Question: is he Fred?
Yeah, that's Fred. I'm sorry. That's Fred Dibnah. That's a chimney that this is actual brick, you know. This is no joke chimney.
That's a big chimney.
Oh, you shall see. And that's why I'm not saying anything to you. I just want you to see, because you ever hear the term balls of steel?
Yeah.
Fred. Okay. Let's continue.
Which will be the hold fast at the base of the first ladder, as you might say.
Yeah, the accent.
Then goes the plug wood, which, as you can see, it don't go in very far, you know, but it's quite far enough, you know, it's quite safe. And that's what's termed as a dog. Then I'm going to knocking in now. And the next stage is to the piece of rope. It's called a lashing, and it's a piece of rope about 5 foot long with a loop spliced on one end, as you can see. The next stage is to prop up a ladder and climb up it as though you were going up to clean the bedroom window. And then about 5 feet from the top of that ladder, you drill another hole, but in our case, the hole's already there. You drill another hole as plumb and straight above the one below as you can get it. And insert another piece of plug wood and another dog.
Watch the process. Trust the process. Trust the process.
As you get a bit higher up, the holes have a tendency to get a bit deeper. I think it's called fear.
There. I don't think Fred have any.
I do.
You shall see why I say what I said. Can you imagine that? Done by hand.
Here you see the first ladder is in position, and I'm about to tie it onto the bottom dog or the bottom hold fast.
This is what you use to find the chimney.
Which
he's telling
you know, that's where the beer belly comes in handy. It's sort of round.
Okay. And when he first climbed the ladder, I was kind of nervous. I was just like, oh, you can't. No one's holding the ladder for him. Because, you know, I'm more like when I'm using ladders, someone holds it for me because I'm scared of heights. I don't do heights. I don't do heights. So just watching him kind of giving me an example, like, whoo, I would have peed my pants if that was my assignment. But I see how it's secured in, so I would feel comfortable too. But I would have to wear something just in case I slip and fall. I kid you not. Yeah. That's my mind.
Your mind, that's secure, and I don't. So you're a little better off than me right now. Let's continue.
The hook round the side of the cheek of the ladder, under the rung, round the hook, round the other cheek of the ladder, round the rung, and then back round the rung below, and a 12-inch on, and that's got it fast. It will not come off.
Will not come off. He trusted.
The thing to do also is use as much of the rope up as you can, because in a gale, the ends start to blow about, and the whipping comes off the end of the rope, and then you've got one with like a cat o' nine tails end on it, you know, blowing about in the wind. That is the pulley wheel to pull up the next ladder. Here, the next operation is to tie the ladder to the top dog or the top holdfast that you've just knocked in, without tying it to the haulage rope, you know, because you sometimes, if you're not paying attention or you're trying to talk to somebody who's mithering you on the floor, you end up lapping it around. You see how easy it would be to lap it around the haulage rope. Yeah, that's it. That is now, the bottom ladder is now firmly fixed and as good as it'll ever be to the wall of the chimney. And the next operation is to climb up to the top of that ladder and sit astride the top iron rung and reach up as far as you can and drill another hole in the brickwork, which of course it's very easy for me because having done this thing about 7.
My stomach is like turning right now. I feel funny in my stomach. Like, oh my goodness, no fear, nothing. Like, oh my goodness, I could never do this. My stomach would be turning. Like, I'm sorry, I would have to, like, I think I would poop and pee my pants. I would literally do that. Like, oh.
What do you notice about Fred right there?
He's fearless. He knows what he's doing, though. He's very confident. Like the years in the game, he knows what he's doing, and he trusts his techniques, which I like. But I could never.
Another major thing you're missing.
Oh, what am I missing?
You realize he don't have no anchor, no hard
safety,
hat,
nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, he trusts what he does, and that's scary to me. No, it's good that he has confidence, but I'm just like, what if you just slip and fall?
Let's continue.
Times before and used exactly the same holes every time. I know exactly how far I'm reaching and where I'm going, and it's quite an easy operation to keep the whole stack of ladders in a very straight line.
You gotta give props to him. You have to. Look at what he's doing. On top of a ladder that he just put his hand.
If you're putting them up and you wander towards one side, when you're putting the staging up at the top and you've got one ladder that's maybe 2 foot gone a bit sideways and say the other one's gone the other way, it looks rather an erratic effort at the top. You know, everything's out of line and out of square. Now we've drilled the hole approximately 5 feet above the top of the bottom ladder and hooked on the pulley wheel. Now this is where the tricky bit comes in. The second ladder is tied on approximately 9 rungs from the top, which is about midway. And of course, when it's being pulled up by the labourer or the man down below, we lose more or less half a ladder of a lap, which you'll see the reason for this shortly. The thing is, as that ladder comes up, or the second ladder comes up, on the bottom rung of it, there are 2 lashings, one of which I'm using now to tie the bottom rung to the nearest corresponding rung of the ladder that's stuck to the wall. I've got the other lashing round my neck, and the 2 steeplejack hooks, which have come up with it, are stuck in my belt. Now, that's a secondary sort of safety precaution, the one with just a 12-inch round the side, just in case that hook there that I've got my hand on, or the one that the pulley's on, if that happened to come out, I'd still be in with a chance. You know, the ladder would still be connected with 2 hooks to the bottom one. As you can see, it's slightly precarious there how it shakes about, but once you've lashed it to that top hook, which is 5 foot above the bottom ladder, you've only got about 6 rungs above that are standing in free space, or what you might call unconnected to the chimney. It is now possible to unhook the pulley wheel and carry it up the back side of the ladder and hook it on the top iron rung, while you use one of the dogs that's stuck in your belt to, you know, get another purchase 5 foot higher up still, you see. And once you've drilled that hole and put the dog in, you can lift up the pulley wheel onto the dog, which, of course, one end of the rope is still attached to the ladder that you were sat on. And then you'll see in a minute where when I come down and untie that ladder, my man at the bottom pulls and up goes the whole 21 pins of the ladder onto the top of the bottom ladder, which sounds unbelievably complicated, but it is quite a simple operation, really.
Like you said,
in fact, it's so simple. You can do on a good chimney on a good day where it isn't windy and you don't manage to thump the hell out your hand with the hammer. Like, you know, I mean, if you miss with the hammer, it's rather painful. There goes the pulley wheel. Down the ladder.
Look at the height. This going down from.
Untie the lashing at the top that's holding the top of the ladder. Now it all comes loose and flops about in the wind. That's the dodgy bit when it's very windy and you're 3/4 of the way up and the wind's trying to snap the ladder off sideways. It's quite exciting. And there's the secondary lashing on the side, and then finally the one at the bottom. When you've released it at the bottom, it's at the mercy of the man on the floor and the wind.
You saw that second ladder, how it was like moving left and right?
Yeah, that's the one that he's about to secure.
Girl. And he was coming up and down it. I'm sorry.
Sometimes it's rather awkward when it's very windy and the ladders start twisting around the rope, you know, that's pulling the thing up.
Wow. Oh.
That right there?
And that's just part one. My stomach is literally turning. Every time I went up and down, It just move a little bit. The way it was moving, my stomach was bubbling. Like,
I don't know how he does it. I swear.
Know.
It's like, I know it's years of expertise. And like I said, he trusts the process because he's been doing it for so long. But every time I watch Fred, my tummy is in knots. And this is your first time seeing Fred. We're going to watch part 2. And I want you to take a look at a chimney. I think is 50 feet overhang or something to that effect.
Oh my goodness.
And he did it drinking some points before he climbed.
What?
Guys, Cyn is in for a ride with Fred. Because I love me some Fred. I love the accent. I just love her.
A man like Fred has to be fearless. Really, truly does. He cannot fear. I feel like once he fears his job, that's when something bad will happen.
You'll find out as we go. You'll find out more about Fred.
Okay.
My hat's to Fred. She'll find out. Fred will get that salute from her. Real. So she's already.
Yeah. My respect for him. Yeah. It's not easy.
So, don't forget to let us know in the comment section what you'd like us to check out next. Thank you for recommending this one. Rock back, relax. This is not for you. Get your coffee, get your tea, get a cup of water, or get something. Let's relax, hit the like, and we'll see you guys in another one. Bye.